Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to the webinar on indigenous Li-Fi 5G testbed at IIT Delhi. I am Dr. Arun Goyal, working in the Li-Fi project in the principal project scientist at Electrical Department IIT Delhi. I am here to present a demo on the physical layer of the simplex Li-Fi link that we have developed in our lab. So before discussing the demo, I will give you the brief background of this demo. That will include the introduction about the block diagram of the physical layer of the Li-Fi link, the source that we have used, in the demo, and the symbol mapping. This symbol mapping will depend on the types of the modulation scheme we have used. I'll also provide you the software and hardware details that we have used in this demo. So this is the typical block diagram of the physical layer of a simplex Li-Fi link. Generally, in any communication system, there are three major components: transmitter, receiver, and channel. So this is a transmitter, this is a receiver, and this is a channel. In transmitter, the source will generate the digital data in the form of bits, and these bits are mapped into the symbol depending on the modulation scheme we have used. And in order to avoid the inter-symbol interference, pulse shaping is used. For this demo, we have used root raise cosine filter as a pulse shaping filter. The output of the pulse shaping filter is a complex IQ data or the baseband signal, which is modulated onto the carrier with the help of this USRP. So the USRP will generate the passband signal, which when passed through the channel and received by the other USRP at the receiver end. Now coming to the channel, in case of Li-Fi link, the channel is a wireless channel that will include the front-end circuit at the transmitter as well as receiver. In front-end circuit at the transmitter, LED circuit is used, and at receiver, photodetector circuit is used. So the signal generated, passband signal generated by the USRP will be transmitted via the LED and received by the photodetector circuit at the receiver end. Since this front end is the separate demo that is demonstrated by other member of our group, I have not used this front end circuit in this demo. I have used a wired channel for the communication link. The output of the received USRP will then undergo from the passband to the baseband, and this baseband signal will undergo match filtering as well as timing synchronization. The received signal obtained at the after timing synchronization will contain some phase of the frequency offset. So in order to compensate for the phase offset, carrier recovery circuit is used. Then the symbol will be estimated from this received signal and mapped into the bits. This symbol to bit mapping will be reversal to the bit to symbol mapping we have used at the transmitter. The source that can be used as a transmitter will be either text, audio, or video. For this demonstration, we have used text source. The text test is used, and this text is converted into a digital data using the ASCII code. The bits obtained will be then mapped into the symbol using bit to symbol mapping, and this will depend on the modulation technique, digital modulation technique. In case of BPSK, there are two symbols, so one bit is required. So the bit B0 will either 0 or 1. So the bit B0 will be mapped to -1, and the bit B1 will be mapped to +1. In QPSK modulation scheme, there are 4 possible symbols. So 2 bits are required to map all the 4 possible symbols from bit to symbol. So we have bit B0 which have the same mapping as the BPSK, and bit B1 will have the same mapping as bit B0. So by using all the I and Q combinations, we can obtain all the 4 bit to symbol combinations. In case of QAM, there are 16 bit to symbol mapping combinations are possible. So 4 bits are required to map all the possible bit combination to the symbol combinations. So we can think of 16 QAM as a combination of 2 4 PAM along I and Q channel. So each 4 PAM can be represented with the help of 2 bits, and there are 4 possible symbol combinations. This is shown in this table. So 0 0 is mapped to -3, 0 1 is mapped to -1, 1 1 is mapped to 1, and 1 0 is mapped to 3. Similarly for Q channel, we have the bit to symbol combination. Then by using I and Q combination, we can obtain all 16 bit to symbol combination for QAM 16. Now all the constellation does not have the unity power. So to normalize the power, we use a normalization factor. In case of BPSK, this normalization factor is 1. In case of QPSK, it is 1 by root 2. And in QAM, it is 1 upon root 10. So for this demo, we have used 2 USRP X310, one for transmitter, another for receiver. Each USRP X310 is equipped with UBX 160 data board. Each USRP is connected to the host computer with the help of a 1 gigabit Ethernet SFP module, which supports up to 25 megasample per second. We have used open source toolchain GNU Radio Companion 3.8.2.0 as a software for baseband processing. In the figure, I have shown the architecture of the UBX 160 data board. I want to emphasize that all the processing will be done in the baseband, and this data board will take IQ data in the baseband and then modulate into the passband with the help of this mixer. Hello everyone, welcome to the Photonics lab of IIT Delhi. I am here to present the demo of the physical layer of the Li-Fi link that we have developed in our lab using USRP X310. So this is our setup. So we are using 2 USRP. This is one of the USRP that is used as a transmitter, and it is connected to the host computer. This is another USRP, second USRP that is connected to the host computer. This USRP will act as a receiver. Both the USRP are connected with a wired channel. We are not showing here the LED in the photodetector circuit, that is the front end circuit, because this is part of our another demo. So we are using the GNU Radio open source toolchain, in which we have designed the BPSK modulation scheme. This is the script of the BPSK modulation scheme. For this demonstration purpose, we have choose sample per symbols equal to 4 and the carrier frequency is equal to 10 megahertz. So that will give the full bandwidth of 2.5 megahertz. For the roll-off factor of 0.35, the calculation of the bandwidth gives 1.6 megahertz. So I'll start the simulation. So this is a transmitted waveform of the BPSK signal, and this is before modulation on the carrier, that is in the baseband, and this is the spectrum of the signal. And here it is shown the bandwidth is equivalent. The bandwidth is around 2 megahertz in the baseband, and which is roughly equivalent to 1.6 megahertz. And this is the constellation diagram of the BPSK scheme. Now I'll move to the receiver. So I'll turn on the receiver, start the simulation. So this is the constellation diagram of the received signal after the demodulation. There is some frequency offset with the constellation points in the blue, and this will be taken care by the carrier recovery circuit, and then the constellation will become steady. These are the received waveforms of the demodulated signal in the baseband at the receiver, and this is the respective spectrum of the received signal. Now I'll show you the text data. I'm not using the packet communication, so there is an ambiguity to decide from where the text start. So this will be taken care manually, and there is a phase ambiguity of 180 degree. So this is a desired text test ... So we will receive the text correctly, and now I'll move to the next modulation scheme, that is a QPSK. So in the QPSK also we use the same parameters, that the carrier frequency is 10 MHz, sample per symbol equal to 4 sample per symbol is equal to 4. Therefore we have the same bandwidth but different constellation diagram. So this is the transmitted waveform in case of the QPSK modulation scheme before it is modulated onto the carrier, and this is the spectrum. Here also the spectrum has a bandwidth of roughly around 2 MHz, and this is the constellation diagram of the QPSK. Now I'll move to the receiver. So I'll start the QPSK receiver. I'll zoom in, and the points on the blue is rotated in the constellation diagram due to the frequency offset, and in the red these are compensated after the carrier and the phase of carrier and carrier recovery circuit, and these are the received waveforms of the QPSK modulation scheme, and this is the respective spectrum. Now I'll show you the text. So there will be a phase ambiguity of 90. So now I'll receive the text correctly in the QPSK scheme. In the BPSK modulation, we achieve the data rate up to 2.5 Mbps, and in the QPSK case, the data rate will become double, that is 5 Mbps. Thank you.